afternoon, Business Links. Good afternoon. I'm Greg with Swartz Electric. We're a commercial and residential electrical contractor. Something that I have not talked to you about is LEDs, light emitting diode. It's a technology that's been around for over 50 years. And for over 50 years, we've been using these things in our small portable devices. We've been using them in TVs, we've used them in laptops, we've used them, and now they've gotten to a point that LEDs are used for normal lighting. If you take a look at the door over here, there's an exit sign. That exit sign will last between 5 and 25 years without ever having to be replaced. It uses 1 watt of energy.
Nice.
The old exit signs, they had to have light bulbs replaced every few months. They used about 14 watts of energy. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but looking at a 14-to-1 ratio, over a period of time, plus the maintenance costs, LEDs can save you a lot of money. Now, I'd like to take and spend a few minutes showing you some LEDs. We've come to a point where we can actually endorse them, and again, they've been around forever. And LEDs are neat. They're just cool looking. As we take and turn this on, this is a 2-foot replacement for a fluorescent tube. You see them everywhere you go in your offices, little 2-foot tube. Now those use about 26 watts to 36 watts each. Not very much. This uses about this one here uses 11 watts. So it's almost half. Now the big difference about those nice fluorescent tubes that you see is, you know, I was just over replacing some, oh gosh, I just broke it. Well, if I had done that for real, I just released mercury into the air. And mercury is deadly. All fluorescent tubes have mercury in them. And they last for a period of about 5 years. Well, with the new LEDs, they last about 19 years. And that's a long period of time. LEDs are neat because they don't have mercury in them. They shine at almost a daylight hue here. So people that have issues with light, that they need a daylight, LEDs offer that solution. They have the ability to give you all sorts of benefits. Benefits like, well, they operate in the cold. They operate in the cold better than the old fluorescent tubes do. Why? Because they're at solid states. Solid state devices work better, and they work better in the cold. And so when we take a light bulb and we replace them, and we focus our LEDs in different areas, you'd be amazed at what they can do and offer at a significant savings. This little light is 7 watts. It's designed to replace a 60-watt light bulb.
Wow.
That you will replace every 3 months. And you won't have to replace this for 19 years. LEDs have come a long way. And as you can see, we've got different color renditions depending on the frosting. We've got bright white. We've got the little flame candle tip ones that fit all over the place here. And these things here, they're screwed in right. Draw as little as 2 or 3 watts. Saves a lot on your electricity bill. So I'm down to 1 minute left, and I wanted to ask if anybody had any questions on LEDs. Sir?
It's actually on the fluorescent, given what you said about the mercury, that explains why I'm mad as a hatter. How do you dispose of them?
How do you dispose of them? Well, that's a very good question. As a residential person, you can take and dispose your mercury light bulbs like you normally would throw anything else away. Because you fall under the residence category, you're allowed to do that. If you are a commercial organization, you must call an outfit that can dispose of light bulbs, mercury light bulbs.
Seriously.
You cannot throw them away.
What
Sir?
are the difference in cost, let's say, between those two, but they're standing up to those bigger ones?
Well, the cost is significantly more than these. That is for sure. We've got price lists for each one of them, and I'll be honest with you, I do not know the prices off the top of my head. So, but they are more. But then again, for what you get, they certainly are worth it.
Do the LED lights contribute to headaches like fluorescent lights?
You know, that's a very good question. The question was, do LED lights contribute to headaches? Dr. Bob and I were talking about that earlier. Fluorescent lights, they flicker at the electricity cycle, 60 hertz. They give you headaches. LEDs don't have that. LEDs are DC voltage. So they take the AC coming in and they convert it to DC. DC has no frequency. So therefore it is always on or it is always off. So the answer is no, they do not contribute to headaches.
So I'm guessing they don't do that buzzing either.
They do. The question is, do they do the buzzing? No, they do not do buzzing. You will not find the buzzing because there is no ballast. And that's what makes your noise in your fluorescent lights. Sir?
On the D, what does that stand for in LED? What's the D?
LED, light emitting diode. Diodes have been around for 50 years. LEDs have been around as well. And as we were talking earlier about chemistry experiments, well, an LED is kind of just that. You know, it's a light emitting diode. Power comes in, and a byproduct of that is the light comes out.
Okay, thanks.
I just replaced 2 8-foot fluorescent bulbs downstairs. And through ignorance, I put them in the trash. I couldn't even wheel the barrel out because it would hit the garage door. So I did what any right-thinking person would do. I made them smaller.
Yes, sir. You compacted them, sir.
I compacted them, that's right. Now, I'll know better next time. But if I even put them out whole, the trash man comes,
Yes.
he takes them out of the bin, throws them into the back of the trash truck.
The trash man does
he
take them.
compacts them too.
He does not think twice. And what happens is when that bulb, it's a pressurized bulb. And when it does, it explodes. You've seen them. You've seen them explode. And what's inside there? Mercury vapor. Why? Because at room temperature, mercury has gone from its solid to its liquid to its gaseous state. And if you are within so many feet, you just breathe that in. And that is now inside your body. So, have I done it? Yes. Without knowledge, I've done it as well. And in the military, we had 2 fluorescent tubes break. It was such a big issue that they almost fined us $10 million over 2 light bulbs. Why? Mercury vapor. It is deadly.
Wow.
Sir?
What type of lighting is usually in the malls? Is it fluorescent?
Yes, lighting that you find in the malls and most commercial applications and most industrial applications will be fluorescent lights.
So that's the reason I sometimes get exhausted walking around the mall. Could be.
I
Maybe
have
you don't
another
like
answer.
shopping.
Yeah, no, I get shopper's needs, but
Yes,
I
sir.
think it really is, sometimes I find it just, I didn't know. Electricity, it could.
I was distracted.
Okay. All right. Take one last question. Anybody? All right.
Oh, I just.
Okay, one last question, Dr.
If
Bob.
you got the fluorescent lights over your head, I suggest buying an array of these, a couple of them or whatever, so you get better light for less eye strain. And you don't get the 3,600 flickers an hour. 3,600 flickers, so 60 a minute, 3,600 in an hour.
No, 60 a second.
Yeah,
At
or 60 a second.
60 a second.
Whatever that is, times an hour. That's what you get in flickers, so.
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Woo!